ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਧੰਨ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ ਧੰਨ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ ਧੰਨ ਨਿਰੰਕਾਰ This is our 109th episode, 20th of October 2022. The opening hymn is of Bhhat Mathura. It is on page 1409 of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Then I have two sloaks of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, Slok 23rd and 24th. And then I have Shabad of Raga Berari by Guru Harjas. Shabad I selected at random I'm taking each rag one by one. This is now rag number 13th. ਵੈਸੇ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 11 ਭੱਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੰਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨਸ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਨੇ, ਔਰ ਕੁਝ ਭੱਟ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਭੱਟ ਤਲ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਬੀਟ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਾਰਮਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵਈਏ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲਾਈਨ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸੋ ਕਹੋ ਟਲ ਗੁਰ ਸੇਵੀ ਹੈ, ਸੋ ਕਹੋ ਟਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਸੇਵੀ ਹੈ, ਐਨਜ ਸਹਿਜ ਸੁਭਾਏ ਤੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਪਰਸੀਏ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਜਨਮ ਮਰਨ ਦੁੱਖ ਜਾਏ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਟਲ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਂ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਐਵਰੀ ਡੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਭੱਟ ਕੀਰਤ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਬੀੜ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਭੱਟ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਵਈਏ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਨੇ। ਲਾਸਟ ਸਵਈਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, ਜਦੋਂ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਬੀੜ ਫਿਰ ਓਪਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਭੱਟ ਕੀਰਤ ਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਭੱਟ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਭੱਟ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਸਹਾਏ, ਉਹ ਬੀੜ ਨੂੰ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਦੇ ਨੇ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਵਈਆ ਚੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹ ਭੱਟ ਮਥੁਰਾ ਦਾ। ਅੰਤ ਨ ਪਾਵਤ ਦੇਵ ਸਭੇ ਮੁਨ, ਇੰਦਰ ਮਹਾ ਸ਼ਿਵ ਜੋਗ ਕਰੀ, ਹੁਣ ਵੇਦ ਬਿਰੰਜ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਰਿਓ, ਪਰ ਜਾਪ ਨ ਛਾਡੋ ਏਕ ਕਰੀ। ਮਥੁਰਾ ਜਨ ਕੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦੀਨ ਦਿਆਲ ਹੈ, ਸੰਗਤ ਸ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕਰੀ। ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਜਗ ਤਾਰਨ ਕੋ, ਗੁਰ ਜੋਤ ਅਰਜਨ ਮਾਹੇ ਧਰੀ। ਅੰਤ ਨ ਪਾਵਤ ਦੇਵ ਸਭੇ ਮੁਨ, ਇੰਦਰ ਮਹਾ ਸ਼ਿਵ ਯੋਗ ਕਰੀ। All the gods, sages, silent sages, Indra, Shiva, and yogis have not found the master's limit. ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਵੀ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਮੁਨੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਅੰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਇਆ। ਫੁਨ ਵੇਦ ਬਿਰੰਚ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਰਹਿਓ, ਹਰ ਜਾਪ ਨ ਛਾਡਿਓ ਏਕ ਘਰੀ। Not even Brahma, who contemplates the Vedas, I shall not give up meditating on the master even for an instant. ਇੰਦਰ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਿਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਯੋਗ ਸਾਧਨਾ ਕੀਤੀ। ਬ੍ਰਹਮਾ ਵੇਦ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕੇ ਥੱਕ ਗਿਆ, ਉਸਨੇ ਹਰੀ ਦਾ ਜਾਪ ਇੱਕ ਘੜੀ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਛੱਡਿਆ, ਪਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦਾ ਅੰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਇਆ। ਮਥੁਰਾ ਜਨ ਕੋ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦੀਨ ਦਿਆਲ ਹੈ, ਸੰਗਤ ਸ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕਰੀ। The God, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ of Bhhat Mathura is most merciful to the meek. He blesses and uplifts the people throughout the universe. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਭੱਟ ਮਥੁਰਾ ਦਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ, ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਹੈ, ਦੀਨਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਦਇਆ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਤੇ ਸ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੈ। ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਜਗ ਤਾਰਨ ਕੋ ਗੁਰ ਜੋਤ ਸੋ ਅਰਜਨ ਮਾਹੇ ਤਰੀ। Guru Ramdas, to save the world, enshrined the Guru's light into Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Ramdas ji ने जगत ਨੂੰ ਤਾਰਨ ਲਈ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਲੀ ਜੋਤ, ਗੁਰੂ ਜੋਤ ਹੁਣ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਖ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਜਿਹਦਾ ਅੰਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਲੱਭ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਨਾ ਯੋਗੀ, ਨਾ ਸੰਨਿਆਸੀ, ਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਵੀ ਦੇਵਤੇ, ਕੋਈ ਉਹਦਾ ਅੰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾ ਸਕਿਆ। ਇਹ ਇਸ ਕੰਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਤਾਤਾ ਹੈ। This is the summary of this composition, that God, to find God, we have to choose a different way on which there is no ego, there is no emotional attachment. There is only memory and remembrance of Vaheguru. By count, there are 11 parts whose compositions have been recorded in Guru Granth Sahib. Though number 11 is agreed by most of the scholars, but many scholars have counted them as 17, 15. The confusion arises for there are similar names like Bal, Tal, Kal, Mal. So some try to prove that these names are of just one part. Others say they are different parts. So they count them more than 11. Dr. Saab Singh has counted 11, so I've taken lead from his writings. Now I will take up 2 sloks of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Slok 23rd. ज्यों सुपना और पेखना ऐसे जग को जान, इसमें कुछ कछ साचो नहीं, नानक बिन भगवान. Like a dream and a show, drama, life show, so is the world, you must know. None of this is true without the name of God. और किधरे उन्होंने श्लोक किया कि जग रचना सब झूठ है, जान ले ओरे मीत। कि ये जिहड़ी सानू रचना नजर आउंदी है, this creation which we look at, it is a temporary abode for all of us. We are not going to be there forever. Depending on our age, if you live here only for 21 years and die, then you can see that you have played that play, that drama only for 21 years. जो सपना और पेखना ऐसे जग को जान. So make it a point, console your mind that you are not going to live here forever. It is a temporary abode. As you have a dream, and then when you get up, dream is gone. So you are sent in this world, you live here, you do your part, whatever is written in the script for you, and then you go. The only name which remains here forever is God. That is also said in one of the sloks which we normally recite before Japji. Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, hai be Sach, Nanak Hosi be Sach. Sach here is God. Aad Sach. God was there before the start of the time. Aad means before the start of the time. Jugad is start of the Yuga, start of time. God is the only permanent reality. He was always there, whether there was any world or there was any universe or not. God was there. And when all this pasara, all this creation was created, he was there. But he's the one who created it. He's there with us today. And he will be there in future when I'm not gone, when we are gone, when we are not here. 24th है निस दिन माया कारने प्राणी दौलत नीत, night and day for the sake of Maya we all wander constantly. We go here and there. Nisdin Maya Karne, Prani Dolat Neet. We waver, we leave our path. Sometimes we go east, sometimes we go west, sometimes north, sometimes south. All over. Without any aim, without knowing our destination. And that is the cycle which we are actually following, is this cycle of Maya. ਮਾਇਆ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਮਾਇਆ ਨੂੰ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਸਦਾ ਰਾਤ ਦਿਨ ਭਟਕਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਭਟਕਣ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟ ਮੰਜ਼ਿਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਾਇਆ ਦਾ ਲਿਸ਼ਕਾਰਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਉਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਮੁੜ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਕੋਟਨ में नानक कहू नारायण जे चीत, कोटन में नानक कहू, there is scarcely anyone, hardly anyone who keeps the master in his consciousness, keeps the master in his mind. In this cycle of finding wealth and finding other important things of life which are a part of Maya, he forgets about God. He forgets about the Almighty who actually has given him everything. Look at your body. Your 2 hands, your 2 feet, your eyes, your ears, everything, health. All that is given to you free of charge by the Almighty. And you don't thank him. That is the tragedy of life. That one who has given us everything, we forget about him. We also do the same thing in our worldly life. Parents who actually bring us in this world, when they grow old, we just leave them, forget about them. Then we don't need them. That is not correct. That is not right. That is not the character. Children, as children, must look after their parents. Similarly, we all are children of the Almighty God, and we all must always remember him. Rich or poor doesn't matter. Young or old doesn't matter. His name must be in our heart all the time. And how? This is an important learning here. Child who is pure from his heart, parents must teach him the word of Vaheguru right from his teen age. Only then he will know about Vaheguru and the Creator and the Almighty and the greatest of the great who has created this world. Normally in schools and colleges, there is no teaching about the Almighty. I mean, there was a time when religious teaching was compulsory. But now we want to send children to the most expensive school. There he is to learn various languages, French, Italian, Spanish, where he is to learn all the sciences, physics, chemistry, biology, whatever. But there is hardly any university which specializes along with these sciences, the science about God, the knowledge about God. There are specialized degrees in which they can go. But then the tragedy is If you pass an MSc in maths or in any science or in engineering, there are jobs for you. But if you do your MSc or MA in religious studies, there is hardly any job which is waiting for you. This is not true in the Western world. This is true in our world, in Asian world. Here, the preacher in a church is very well paid. But if I take you to India, that is my country, that is my homeland, and take you to people who actually spread the name of God, the ragis, kirtan karne wale, katha karne wale, and you will find that they actually belong to, most of them actually belong to lower middle class. There are very rich kirtani as well, but I'm talking generally. What happens is the education in religious studies has not been recognized by the society. It is a pity. We must learn from the Western countries. We always criticize the Western countries for for their culture and boast about our own culture. But if we sit down and look at what we are doing, religion is a very important science. Religion is a very important study. It must be taught in every school, and it must, when a child passes his education or does his BA or MA in religious study, there must be a good vacancy or job waiting for him. Government has to do something about it. Okay, the Shabad I have selected today is from Rag Berari. That is the 13th Rag. Shabad is of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Sant jina mil Harjas gayo, कोट जन्म के दुख गवायो. If you live and you move in a holy company, and then there you sing the praises of the Master, glories of the Master, do your Nitnem, read Bani from Guru Granth Sahib. कोट जन्म के दुख गवायो, then the pains of the millions of incarnations shall be eradicated. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਛੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਹੋਲੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਵੇਲੇ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹੋ, ਆਪਣਾ ਨਿਤਨੇਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੋ, ਗੁਟਕੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਾਠ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਸੁਖਮਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੋ, ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੋ, ਕੋਟ ਜਨਮ ਕੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਗਵਾਇਓ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਈ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਸ ਦੁੱਖਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਿਜਾਤ ਦਿਵਾ ਦੇਗਾ. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਉਹ ਐਰੈਡੀਕੇਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਮਿਟ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ. ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ the word here in Gurbani is a Sant, and I have translated that to holy people. But if we just take that word as it is, Sant, as a title, and if we look around in different part of the world and want to know what does this title saint means and who can write this title along with his or her name. As we come from our own society, so we are a little confused. For here anyone can write this title without any qualification. Anyone can say that I am a Sant. But if we look towards West, for example, Christianity, there is this special procedure. You people who are holy, of course they are holy, then there is a proper procedure taken by the church to declare them or to give them the title of saint. Otherwise, they can't write this word along with their name. We can't call them a saint. There are restrictions. It is a very important title, very pious title, and very few people can use it. But unfortunately, this title is in our own country, India, Pakistan, and other countries. Anyone who wants to write with his or her name, they can do it. When I say Pakistan, Islam does not recognize any such title of saint. But with time, now they have great souls, and people go to their mazars, their cupboards, and actually rever them, or maybe even they do the puja, they worship them. They call them as sants. In our language, they are sants. But my contention is, saint is a very important word, very rare word, and it is a title. Like you are doctor of medicine, and you have done that, you can write your name doctor, or you have done your PhD, you can write the title doctor with your name. Similarly, if you qualify in a divinity, if you know about God, and if you can bring people on the right path, and people recognize you for your selfless services and your divinity of your heart, then you can be called, you can get a title of saint. But we have to learn from the Western countries, especially from Christianity, where and how we can get the title of a saint. Now, if you move in the company of the saints, then Guru Arjan says, "Jo chahat soi man payo, kar kirpa har naam devayo." Whatever you wish, if you move in the company of the saints, company of the holy, company of the chosen one, then whatever your mind desires, that you get. Kar kirpa har naam devayo. And by his kind mercy, the Master blesses us with his name. Starting again from the first line, Sant jina Harjas gayo. Meeting with the humble, meeting with the holy, meeting with the saints, meeting with the pious people. Sing the praises of the Master, and then pains of millions of incarnations shall be eradicated. Whatever your mind desires, that you shall obtain. And by his kind mercy, mercy of God, you will get his blessings. Sarb Sukh Har Naam Vadai. All happiness and greatness are in the Master's name. Gur Prasad Nanak Mat Pai. By Guru's grace, Nanak has gained this understanding. By Guru's grace, Guru Nanak has gained this understanding, and Guru Nanak is going to give us this understanding to. It is a two-pada Shabad of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and the message is very clear. We all are in search of God. We all are in search of happiness. And a very simple way, which Guru Arjan is suggesting in this composition, in this Shabad, that find the best company of the holy, sit with them and recite the name of Vaheguru. Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਇਸ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਰਸਤਾ ਦਿਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਭ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਰੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪ ਕੇ। ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੋਜ਼ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਸਾਡੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਣਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਔਖਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਫਿਰ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ ਹੀ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ। ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਟਾਕਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਾ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਇੱਕ ਲੈਟਰ ਹੈ, ਸ਼ਬਦ ਇੱਕ ਐਡਵਾਈਸ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖਾਲੀ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਅਰਥ ਅੱਖਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਰਥ ਸਿਰਫ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਹੁਣ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਪੜ੍ਹੋਗੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਆਸਾਨ ਵਰਡਸ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ, ਪਰ ਮੇਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਥੀਮ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰੈਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਅੱਛੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਅਸਰ ਪੈਂਦਾ, ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਅਸਰ ਪੈਂਦਾ, ਉਹ ਅਸਰ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ, ਕਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਹੱਤਵ ਹੈ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਮੀਨਸ ਅੱਛੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ। ਵੈਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਪਰ ਸਾਧ ਮੀਨਸ ਅੱਛੇ ਅਗੇਨ ਹੋਲੀ, ਸੰਗਤ ਮੀਨਸ ਗਰੁੱਪ, ਅੱਛੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਗਰੁੱਪ। ਉਹੀ ਵਰਡ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ, ਸੰਤ ਜਨਾ ਮਿਲ ਹਰਜਸ ਗਾਇਓ। ਦੂਜਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਨ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੰਤ ਟਾਈਟਲ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਿਸਟਿੰਕਟਿਵ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਰੱਬ ਦੇ ਕਰੀਬ ਹੋਣ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਹਰ ਬੰਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਤ ਨਾ ਕਹਾਵੇ ਜੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਤ ਬਣਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਨਾ ਹੋਣ। Next is about my talk about some topic of philosophy or general theme of Gurbani or theory. The divine residence. Vaheguru ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੈ? Where does God live? Can we reach him? According to Guru Nanak, God does have a definite place of residence as well, though he lives everywhere. He has the power to be everywhere at the same time. And we normally say God is with us, within us, or is with us, sitting next to us. But he also has a definite place which we call as Sachkhand. The prophets and saints, real saints, which I have just described, know that address where God lives, his permanent residence address. It's the description of his address is X directory. To know it, one needs to be nearer to God. His address is not printed in any directory or in any who yearbook. It is not in any navigation system. He gives the address only to those who are very close to him and who actually love him from the depths of their heart. Wherever his residence is, lower to that residence is the abode of the prophets. They can visit God's house or the complex only with God's permission, but they do need a pass to enter his estate. God has spoken to his prophet and has met them at different places and in different modes and forms. He spoke to Moses, for example, in the form of fire. Initially, he spoke to Moses in the form of fire at the Mount Sinai. He met Guru Nanak in the form of light in his personal chambers somewhere above in the skies. And he talked to Prophet Muhammad in the form of a voice at Mount Hira. In Japji Sahib, in Pauri 27, Guru Nanak has described the outskirts of God's residence, where he was taken in August 1504, when he was about 35 years old. God gave him two dossiers while he was there. The first one contained the Sikh Mool Mantra, basic doctrine. ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਆਜੂਨੀ ਸਹਿਬ ਭੰਗ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ. And second was the Sikh law book called Japji Sahib. Guru Nanak came back to this earth and spread God's message all over the world. Guru Nanak explained and taught and said in loud voice that we all children are of God. And there is only one God of the whole universe. Whether we live in this world or any other world in the universe, there is only one God. From his residence, permanent residence somewhere above in the skies, God looks at his creation and enjoys watching its movement. He speaks to his prophets, saints, and loved ones. He loves his creation. He visits his followers when he so wishes. That is very important. He visits his followers when he so wishes. There is, if we read deeply the hymns in Guru Granth Sahib or in other worldly literature, we will find that there is a direct communication line, red line, which God uses to speak directly to people at large. Now that is very important to understand. There is a direct communication line, so we don't need any middle person, middle line, helper. There is a direct communication line which God uses to speak directly to people at large, all over the globe, everyone. This line of communication is connected to our conscious mind. As we see with our eyes, hear with our ears, and feel with our touch, similarly, we have a small instrument known as conscious, implanted somewhere in our mind. It catches the sound of God. It tells you whether we should do something or we should not do something. The whole law, the whole commandment of God comes through that. To listen to his voice, we have to control our mind and make it quiet until there is noise in our inner self, there is upheaval in our thoughts, the worldly pressures will block the sound to travel to the conscious, and God's word will not reach there. We have to keep our conscience clean to be one with God. He is very merciful. He is full of love and is filled with compassion. He is ever eager to give all of us comforts of life and happiness. Our only duty is to be honest, faithful, committed, love others, help others. God always instructs us in our mind that hatred is not allowed. If we cannot love, we must not hate. It is better if we love. Love is a very important instrument. If we can't love humans, we cannot love God. It is the feeling of caring, feeling to care, feeling to help, feeling to be one with others. God commands and expects only one thing from you, that is love, pure love, unconditional love. If you love Him, you will get back love from God. जिन प्रेम कियो तिन ही प्रभ पायो. जिन प्रेम कियो तिन ही प्रभ पायो. Always talk about love. Always talk about honesty. Always talk about sincerity, and God will be with you. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru.